So what I'm going to be sharing with you is some tips and strategies on becoming unstoppable. Is there somebody who is ready to listen to that? Okay. So what does it take to become unstoppable? Because that's what you need. How do you keep momentum? You've already started. This is already started. You've already started. You've covered some terrain. You've overcome some challenges here and there. The journey has started. The ball has started rolling. So the question is, how do you keep the momentum? And more so, how do you become unstoppable? If you're ready, can I hear a yes from somebody? Yes. Great. And everything I tell you starts with the letter I. Okay? Everything I'm going to be sharing with you starts with the letter I. The first I is called intention. First I is called intention. I'm sure you've heard of the power of intention. So this is about you having a powerful intention regarding what you want to achieve. That big idea, it's that feeling, it's a declaration, it's something you say and you feel within your bones that I am doing this thing. So for you, what is that thing? What is that thing for you? What is that thing you're saying that in 2017, this one I am doing? And it is usually, you know it. So at the intention level, you don't need to have the plans or anything. It's just knowing, and I'm just imagining somebody who wants to buy their first car. And God bless George Saitoti, he said there come a time. There come a time. So there come a time when you're like, yeah, I'm doing this. Is somebody with me here? So there's always this. I don't know what your this is. But it always starts with what? A powerful intention. Let's go to the next I. The next I is called imagination. So from imagination, the next thing that is going to make you unstoppable is inspiration. You see, you want to seek inspiring experiences. You want to seek, and I hope this is an inspiring conversation, by the way, yes? Exactly. You want to listen to these sort of conversations because these conversations touch you somewhere. They unlock something. They jam. I'm hoping you are listening to something inspirational in your car. We have our mobile phones. Save several GBs of inspirational stuff that you listen to. Okay? So, if the radio cannot shika waumini, then listen to something inspirational. Is that right? Exactly. And take time to listen to inspirational people, read inspirational books. And by the way, I have several inspirational books. One of my books is called Go For It, because I'm always telling people to do what? Go for it. And it just happens to be the day that I don't have my books. Can you imagine? Yeah, when we were packing things from the graduation where we were, my things were packed and taken to the office at Kasuku. And for me, I headed to my Kumon Center. So when I parked my car just here, I was like, hey, where are my books? But anyway, I have a book called what? Go For It. Okay, but anyway, so you want to seek inspiration, and you may want to go and research on the Latin word inspire and all that and where it comes from. It's almost like bringing from within and raising out. Because if you're not in inspirational scenarios, there's so much that can bring you down. And in this journey that you're traversing, a lot of the things that you bump into and collide with are not always the most positive. Is that true, by the way? Including people, by the way. Yeah? So you need to always have the inspirational quotient always getting filled in. But let's also talk about another I that is required. Now, you want to be dealing with and working with ideal clients. That's one thing that I always teach in my classes, that the breakthrough that you're waiting for in taking your business to the next level is connected with you dealing with ideal clients. And what I want to tell you here is that all those nice ideas and all those things you want to do, that business idea, that thing that you're thinking about, it's not for every Kenyan. You want to seek and work with what I call your tribe. So you guys here are Wahome's tribe. And I too have found my tribe. You want to work with people who get it. People who are looking, look, people with whom you don't have to over-explain. Does that make sense, by the way? Yeah, do you know how sometimes you have to, you have to almost feel like you explain, almost like, it's almost like you're defending yourself for having a good idea. Have you ever explained? Let's put it this way. There are only two types of people, my tribe and not my tribe. How's that? So you want to seek to work with those who are your tribe. Because, let's put it this way, you're not Safaricom. You're not meant to serve all Kenyans in all corners of the country. There are enough people with whom you can focus on your idea, your business. There are enough of them to keep you occupied and busy the rest of your life without having to deal with those who are not your tribe. How's that? And that's why there are 7 billion people on earth, so that, and don't seek to solve all problems and all issues for the people. Find your zone of brilliance. Find your area. Find your niche. Find this thing that you excel at. This thing that is so easy for you. And then find those for whom you can serve with ease. Does that make sense for somebody here? Yeah, so deal with your ideal clients. Deal with your tribe. And then there is another conversation called intensity. That's another I, the second last one. You see, can you imagine going to the gym and somebody is on the treadmill and they are not sweating? Are they making the full use of that? Can you see them? They are missing the right what? Intensity. And part of the reason why we don't succeed is this, that you're doing what you're doing, but you've not had a problem. And I'm hearing my friend here who says he's stepping out, and you step out and you start your own thing and you start working, and usually, and this is what I heard, even somebody else who said, I think the business started, all that, and then, like it always happens, and then things started happening. Is that right, by the way? Yeah, it's always interesting how when you start, things almost immediately start working, and then almost suddenly, they start going wrong. Does it mean that somewhere we lost the intensity somewhere? So, a lot of things require focus. And the way I talk about focus is this. It is the magnifying glass and the paper on a hot, sunny day. That you put the magnifying glass and then you put the paper. And then you hold steady. For how long? Until what happens? Combustion. So can you imagine then if you keep shifting this one and you keep shifting the other one? Are you getting my point here? So there has to be enough focus. And usually that's what we miss. And that's what brings me to one of the problems we normally have. That it's only when you have a mentor, it's only when you have somebody who's going to push you, it's only when you have somebody who's going to hold your feet to the fire, that is the time when you reach the right intensity for a breakthrough. So does that explain why joining a program like Wealth Creation has worked? Because you hang in there. And that's why for me, I always advocate long programs. The short seminars are fine and so on. But the breakthrough comes when you engage in a journey. And for me, I normally say minimum 6 weeks. Minimum 6 weeks for you to get a breakthrough. Because you start working on these things, and then life gets into the way, the voices in the head, the doubts. Can you imagine somebody learning to walk? And then they try twice and then they give up. You've got to give it a shot. And when somebody is hand-holding you, you have a higher chance. So for me, I always advocate, get a coach, get a mentor, and especially one who has walked that journey. It's not about the information, my friends. It's about the implementation. And you've got to keep implementing. You fail, you try. It's only when you have somebody holding your hand, somebody holding you accountable. Majority of us as human beings, we need that push. Am I talking about somebody else? Yeah? Yeah. So can you tell your neighbor, I sometimes need a push. Actually, for some of you, most of the time. So if you do not have somebody who is giving you the push, can you see how we lose the intensity? Can you see how we lose we don't hit the threshold? So friends, I acknowledge you because you've taken that journey. But we're talking about becoming unstoppable. So this is not the end of the journey. I'm sure our home may have something else for you. If he doesn't, then I encourage him to have something else for you. Because these people still need your guiding hand. Your work is not done with them. Am I speaking about somebody here? Yes. So, stay on the journey. Allow yourself to be pushed. Allow yourself to be guided. And you want to be in communities that also give you the push. So what you create, even this, is a community. You want to be in the right communities. Communities that give you also the push. But finally, in terms of becoming unstoppable, the last one is called investment. Okay? Now, and I'm sure for some of you, you're like, wow, yeah, in fact, this is a money and wealth thing, so investment is the right thing to talk about. But that's not what I'm talking about. The investment I'm talking about here is this. This is investing in your personal growth. Of course, I'm preaching here to the converted. But still, what I want to say here is this. That the truth is, unless you invest in yourself, and by the way, I have a figure of what level of investment that you need to make annually for you to become unstoppable. Whatever level of investment you've made here, it is good enough to get you started, but not sufficient to keep you becoming what? To keep you on the move. So, would you like to hear what I recommend from my own experience? And I write articles about this. And in my own estimation, if you're not spending between 60,000 and 100,000 on your personal growth and development per annum, there's a high chance you have not reached the threshold. Because it's only when you invest in yourself, and I mean the right investment, you want to invest in people who are going to give you the push. Stop trying to work solo. Get help. Am I speaking to somebody here? Get help. You've already done that. Get somebody else to help you with another part of your journey. But on average, if you're not spending 60,000 to about 100,000 per year on personal growth and development, you are investing in yourself, there's a high chance you'll remain stuck. This is what happens when you invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you create something called an upward spiral. An upward spiral is what happens when you take a risk and make an investment, especially one that felt a little bit out of your depth. You start attracting others who are willing to invest in themselves through what you're offering. So please don't ever imagine that because you invested in Wahome's class, that you're investing in him and making him rich. Perish the thought. It is not about you making him rich. It is you who is investing in yourself through what he is offering. Are you getting the point now? Yeah. So it's not about him. So don't look and say, oh, I'm giving this person so much money. Are you getting my point now? Because that's what some people think, that, oh, I'm giving this guy. Now, can you start counting all these people, how much money he's going to get? Are you getting the point now? And you start saying, hey, I'm giving. Hey, that is not it. Umepotea. It is you who is investing in yourself. And when you do that, you start attracting others who are willing to trust you. Majority of you're starting up in some of these things, or you're moving to the next, and you're always talking to people, and you hear people keep giving you stories about why they can't invest in themselves through you. Anybody who has ever had stories here and there? Exactly. So it's when you stop giving stories, and it's when you start investing in yourself, when you start taking bold steps, that is when you start attracting those who are willing to invest in themselves. Anybody who is feeling a bit empowered now? Let me see a yes from somebody. Absolutely. Has this been a good talk? Thank you. Call me again, and I will give you more eyes on how to become unstoppable. I am truly honored to have this opportunity. Thank you, and wishing you all the best. God bless you as you go home and as you move forward. Oh, I forgot to tell you this, friends. You have permission to succeed. Thank you. Thank you.